the 20 billion refinery, Africa's largest, announced peak distribution will begin on August 15th, deploying 4,000 CNG-powered tankers and offering free logistics support to fuel marketers, manufacturers, and even telecoms firms.
Africa's energy game just took a massive turn. The continent's largest refinery has acquired 4,000 brand new CNG-powered trucks, signaling a bold shift in fuel distribution. This move isn't just about transportation, it's about rewriting how energy reaches millions, cutting costs, and reshaping Nigeria's entire fuel supply chain. Nigeria's road infrastructure and logistics challenges. Nigeria's road network is vast but plagued by bottlenecks, poor maintenance, and heavy congestion. Many highways connecting Lagos, Abuja, and northern trade routes face chronic gridlock and potholes that increase wear and tear on vehicles, slow down deliveries, and raise overall transport costs. For a refinery aiming to move massive volumes of fuel daily, relying on fragmented third-party haulers in such conditions introduces delays and inefficiencies. By deploying a 4,000-strong CNG-powered fleet, Dangote gains the ability to manage routes strategically, rotate trucks for preventive maintenance, and reduce the vulnerability of distribution to external transport problems. Equipped with telematics, these trucks can bypass choke points, balance loads across multiple regions, and maintain reliable service despite infrastructure challenges. In practice, this transforms a weak logistics backbone into a controlled, predictable network.
Deploying a massive fleet of 4,000 compressed natural gas-powered trucks and delivering products directly to petrol stations, industrial consumers, and large volume buyers.
Innovation in fleet management and digital logistics. Dangote's fleet leverages digital logistics to transform fuel distribution. Telematics, AI-driven route optimization, and predictive maintenance allow real-time monitoring of trucks, minimizing downtime and fuel waste. Centralized dispatch systems coordinate thousands of vehicles across Nigeria, balancing regional demand efficiently. Data-driven insights improve scheduling, inventory planning, and operational resilience, enabling the refinery to anticipate challenges before they occur. This technology-enabled fleet marks a shift from reactive transport to strategic, intelligent supply chain management.
Isn't this monopoly? How will one company be able to now? It does look like the jobs of other companies are being taken over.
Why the trucks are CNG-powered. Dangote's fleet choice centers on compressed natural gas, also known as CNG, to slash logistics costs, cut diesel dependence, and lower emissions. Company statements and reporting indicate the 4,000 vehicles are part of a logistics overhaul designed to improve nationwide delivery efficiency and stabilize supply. Industry coverage notes CNG trucks can be 40% cheaper to operate than equivalent diesel units and support Nigeria's broader gas transition after petrol subsidy removal. Operationally, CNG offers longer engine life, faster refueling at modular stations, and reduced volatility in fuel pricing compared with imported diesel. Strategically, a homogeneous CNG fleet simplifies maintenance, driver training, and spare parts planning at scale, making the refinery's downstream push more controllable. The fleet's scale, backed by $470 million in investment, signals an intent to hardwire cost savings into every delivered liter, while aligning with policy goals to expand gas use in transport. Bottom line, CNG is the refinery's lever for cleaner, cheaper, and more predictable last-mile fuel logistics.
But what this one has done is that we are having a positive benefit.
Strategic reason for buying such a large fleet. Securing 4,000 trucks gives Dangote end-to-end control over distribution, capacity, routing, and service levels, rather than relying on fragmented haulers. Reuters reports the plan is to directly supply petrol, diesel, and jet fuel to retail stations and large industrial users, compressing lead times and limiting stockouts during peak demand. A fleet of this scale also enables network density, more simultaneous drops across Nigeria's vast geography, better backhaul utilization, and tighter inventory turns. Critically, owning the fleet creates pricing leverage, replacing multiple markups with a single, auditable cost base tied to CNG. It also supports future regional expansion, connecting refinery output to storage hubs and export corridors. Internally, unified telematics and route optimization improve on-time performance and shrinkage control. In short, size is a strategy. A captive, standardized CNG-powered fleet is the operational backbone for a refinery targeting dominant share in domestic refined products. How the trucks will be used in fuel distribution. The trucks are slated to lift product from the Lekki refinery and deliver directly to downstream nodes, retail stations, manufacturers, telecom towers, and other large consumers, creating a hub-and-spoke network that reduces intermediate handling. According to Reuters and Business Insider Africa, the rollout targets nationwide reach, prioritizing corridors with chronic shortages and high logistics cost. Standardizing on CNG enables predictable route economics, while centralized dispatch can balance regional demand in real time. The model integrates with new storage projects outside Nigeria to support Southern African flows, suggesting trucks will also serve port interfaces and cross-border staging where feasible. As volumes scale, expect layered SLA tiers, dynamic routing, and telemetry-led preventive maintenance to maximize uptime. Job creation and workforce development. Operating 4,000 trucks is more than just a logistics play. It's a massive employment engine. Each vehicle requires skilled drivers, mechanics, dispatchers, fueling staff, and digital operators to monitor telematics and route data. Estimates suggest several thousand direct jobs, with many more indirect roles in maintenance workshops, fueling stations, and spare parts supply chains. This workforce shift also comes with an opportunity to upskill Nigeria's drivers and technicians in handling compressed natural gas vehicles, a technology that is relatively new in the country. Training programs in CNG fueling protocols, safety systems, and advanced fleet management tools could set a precedent for modern transport practices across Africa. Beyond the jobs themselves, Dangote's fleet signals a wider shift toward professionalized, technology-enabled logistics careers, reducing reliance on informal transport operators. By institutionalizing training, standards, and monitoring, the refinery is not only creating jobs, but also building a talent pipeline that can support Nigeria's broader transition to clean and efficient fuel transport. Economic ripple effects beyond direct employment. The 4,000 truck fleet stimulates indirect economic growth beyond drivers and mechanics. Local maintenance workshops, fueling stations, and spare parts suppliers benefit from increased demand. Small businesses along distribution corridors gain opportunities through logistics contracts and delivery services. Modernized fleet operations encourage professionalization, driving entrepreneurship and boosting regional economies. By increasing efficiency, the refinery reduces logistics costs, indirectly lowering fuel prices for consumers and creating a broader economic multiplier effect across multiple sectors. Bypassing middlemen in Nigeria's fuel supply chain. Initial announcements emphasize direct-to-market distribution to reduce layers of trader markups and cut logistics leakages. That stance unsettled existing marketers and tanker unions, prompting stakeholder talks. Recent reporting indicates a calibrated approach. Dangote is engaging established marketers and distribution groups to avoid job displacement and ensure network stability, while still leveraging its CNG fleet to drive efficiency and price discipline. Practically, this means more blended channels, bulk sales to recognized marketers, plus direct deliveries to priority large users, rather than a hard bypass of the entire middle tier. The net effect could still compress end-user prices by replacing inefficient segments and introducing performance-based contracts. Expect tighter compliance, tracking, and service-level requirements across partners as the refinery enforces standards enabled by its in-house fleet and digital dispatch. Key takeaway: fewer unnecessary intermediaries, but collaboration where they add coverage, compliance, and local execution strength. Impact on Nigeria's domestic fuel prices. If executed at scale, the CNG fleet can lower delivered-to-pump costs by cutting diesel exposure, reducing multi-layer handling fees, and shrinking transport losses, pressures that have historically lifted retail prices. Business Insider Africa reports internal estimates of substantial annual savings from CNG-based distribution. Reuters frames the move as part of a broader push to stabilize availability and reduce logistics costs following subsidy removal. Greater supply reliability typically narrows regional price spreads caused by scarcity and long-haul routes. However, price outcomes will also depend on crude feedstock costs, NNPC supply dynamics, regulated fees, and the evolving channel mix with marketers. Over 2025, as capacity utilization rises and distribution matures, markets could see tighter spreads and fewer stockout spikes, especially outside major metros, subject to prevailing market conditions and policy stability. In sum, logistics efficiencies from a standardized CNG fleet are a deflationary force on pump prices, even as macro variables continue to set the broader pricing envelope. Environmental benefits of CNG trucks. Switching to compressed natural gas, also known as CNG, trucks significantly reduce harmful emissions compared to traditional diesel fleets. CNG combustion produces up to 25% less CO2, although this figure varies depending on engine design and duty cycle, and almost zero sulfur oxides, also known as SOx, with drastically lower particulate matter, helping improve urban air quality. For Nigeria, where vehicle emissions are a major contributor to air pollution, this shift aligns with the government's National Gas Expansion Program and its 2060 net zero target. CNG-powered engines are quieter, lowering noise pollution in densely populated areas. They also reduce oil dependency, since natural gas can be sourced domestically, cutting foreign exchange outflows for fuel imports. Maintenance intervals for CNG vehicles are often longer due to cleaner combustion, which decreases lubricant contamination and extends engine life. This not only benefits operational costs, but also supports sustainability by reducing waste oil disposal. Challenges the plan might face. While Dangote's fleet strategy is ambitious, it faces several operational and market challenges. Nigeria's road infrastructure is inconsistent, with poor conditions in rural areas increasing vehicle wear and slowing delivery times. Establishing a reliable CNG refueling network is another hurdle, as coverage outside major cities remains limited. Reuters notes that large-scale fleet integration requires synchronized supply chain management, and any bottleneck in refinery output or storage could disrupt distribution efficiency. Competition with entrenched fuel marketers may cause resistance, potentially manifesting as industrial disputes or regulatory pushback. Political and economic instability, such as foreign exchange fluctuations, could affect the cost of imported vehicle parts and CNG components. Moreover, training thousands of drivers and technicians in CNG-specific protocols requires significant investment in human capital. There's also the challenge of public perception. Any delivery delays or mechanical failures could impact trust in this new model. Mitigating these risks will require strong infrastructure partnerships, transparent engagement with stakeholders, and proactive maintenance and training programs. Impact on competing fuel traders and transporters. The direct-to-market distribution strategy threatens to disrupt Nigeria's traditional fuel marketing model. With 4,000 CNG-powered trucks under its control, Dangote can bypass many independent transporters and wholesalers, delivering refined products straight to retail stations, industries, and export hubs. This could erode market share for existing tanker operators and reduce profit margins for middle-tier marketers who rely on wholesale volumes. Business Insider Africa and Reuters note that some unions have already voiced concerns over potential loss of contracts. The increased efficiency and potentially lower delivery costs from CNG logistics may force competitors to modernize their fleets, consolidate operations, or exit the market entirely. However, in regions where Dangote's network is still developing, some partnerships may emerge, with traditional players acting as subcontractors. Over the long term, those unwilling or unable to adapt to cleaner fuel technology and data-driven logistics could be forced to consolidate or exit if unable to adapt, potentially reshaping the competitive landscape of Nigeria's downstream fuel sector. Regional trade and export potential. While the trucks are primarily designed to move refined fuel within Nigeria, their scale also opens opportunities across West Africa. Neighboring countries such as Benin, Togo, Ghana, and Niger all face recurring fuel shortages, and Dangote's refinery has the capacity to export significant volumes. With a large, standardized fleet, the refinery can extend its hub-and-spoke model across borders, linking directly to regional depots, ports, and industrial users. This positions Nigeria not just as a domestic supplier, but as a regional energy powerhouse capable of stabilizing markets beyond its borders. In the long term, such cross-border flows could reduce the region's dependence on European imports while tightening economic integration under ECOWAS trade frameworks. The truck's CNG-powered efficiency also reduces transport costs on these extended routes, making Nigerian fuel more competitive internationally, scaling clean transport as a model for Africa. Dangote's CNG fleet sets a green logistics benchmark for Africa. Its combination of low-emission vehicles, digital monitoring, and standardized operations demonstrates how sustainable transport can coexist with large-scale distribution. Other industries, from agriculture to cement, can adopt similar strategies to reduce carbon footprints and improve efficiency. By showcasing environmental responsibility alongside operational gains, the refinery provides a replicable model for African nations, encouraging policy support, investment in clean transport infrastructure, and broader adoption of low-emission logistics solutions continent-wide. What this means for Africa's energy future. Dangote's adoption of CNG-powered trucking for fuel distribution marks a shift toward cleaner logistics and greater energy independence in Africa. By sourcing CNG domestically, Nigeria reduces reliance on imported diesel, keeping more value in the local economy. This move aligns with regional energy transition goals, as several African nations, including Ghana, South Africa, and Kenya, explore scaling natural gas infrastructure for transport and power. If successful, Dangote's model could inspire similar vertically integrated supply chains in other sectors, from cement to agriculture. It also sets a precedent for private sector investment in green transport technology, potentially encouraging governments to accelerate supportive policies and infrastructure. With Africa's urban population projected to double by 2050, demand for low-emission freight solutions will grow sharply. This strategy positions Nigeria not only as a refining hub, but also as a leader in sustainable fuel distribution. By demonstrating that environmental responsibility and operational efficiency can coexist, Dangote may help define Africa's next-generation energy logistics model. The Dangote Refinery's 4,000-truck move is more than a business decision. It's a statement of intent. From cleaner energy to faster delivery, this could redefine Nigeria's fuel landscape. One thing's certain, Africa's energy future just got a powerful push forward. Thanks for watching.